Too soon, too soon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all trying to save the emotions for the end, but I appreciate that. My name is Devon Fanfare. I am the Building Tulsa Techstars Managing Director, and tonight, for the next 90 minutes, I will be your host. So think of me as Trevor Noah, minus the height, popularity, net worth, comedic genius, and many other things. So, multilingual as well.
You found it though. You found it.
Thank you. That's my wife. Thank you. So, thanks for being here. This is very special for me. But first, what is Techstars? Techstars is an accelerator having over 27 programs running in succession globally with over 4,900 graduates and boasting just under $127 billion market cap. Been around since 2006. Now, this particular program would not be here and without our partners. Before I get into that, this particular program is the only, we'll use the word overlooked for now, overlooked program globally. And it's also one of the highest performing programs globally, so we'll let y'all do the math later. We couldn't be here at all in this very special district without the likes of George Kaiser Family Foundation. We're so grateful. Building Tulsa and all that you do, Atento Capital, OCAST, and the Schusterman Foundation. So round of applause for our partners, please. And none of us would be on this stage. None of us would have gotten through the program without this incredible team. When I tell you my team is locked in, my team is locked in. Thank you, Dom. Please give it up. So y'all stand up for Brittany and Leticia. Come on now. Come on now. It's because of y'all. It's because of y'all. Also, big thank you to mentors, guests, facilitators. Y'all are picking up the phone, you're answering emails, you're seeing each other in gradient, asking questions, answering questions, you're catching each other's in the elevator. That's a big deal. And these founders are beyond grateful and talk about you all every day. So thank you guys so much for that. Now, this specific demo night could not actually be done without our anchor sponsor. Give it up for Harmonious, right there in the back. Alyssa and McKay, Regent Bank, and Brex. We are so grateful for y'all. So grateful. So it's one thing to have an idea, a problem that you're solving, a great solution, but it's another thing to actually launch it and for people to actually use it and pay for it. We can't do that without our global network partners. Here, if you try to do it without partners like this, nobody's gonna get paid and you probably won't get your money. So we're very grateful for our Techstars Global Network partners. Now, we have a very special announcement today to announce the newest Techstars Global Network partner. This is exclusive. They partnered here with Building Tulsa first, and as of this week, they will now be everywhere, but we got to see them first. Y'all give it up for Harmonious! Okay. Here's the thing, guys. Harmonious is a fund administrative platform for investment professionals, SPVs, private equity, venture capital, real estate funds. They've been around for just under 3 years. Is that correct? But don't get it twisted. Don't get it bent. You see that $22 billion of assets under administration. This isn't a game with these people. 1,200 investments, 500 fund managers, and it keeps going. And they have some very unique technology that will be displayed here for the first time where some investors will have a QR code. I'm just telling you, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you, you can do it. They'll have a QR code at the end. And if you want to, specifically because of Harmonious, you can actually click the link, go through an entire fully regulated compliance process and invest within 15 minutes. I'm not telling you to invest. I'm just saying you can, thanks to Harmonious. We're so grateful for you guys. Y'all give it up. We got to get to the money. We got to get to the money. So they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I and a few others would say that this photo might be worth a few $1 billion. You know how we do it. There's 13 weeks, both felt like a long time and a short time. Did some calculations with my friend ChatGPT, and on average, there's about 4,056 weeks in a lifetime. So the idea that we get to spend 13 of those adult 4,056 weeks together is so random that it can't be random, right? These are incredible human beings first, and human doing second, and they got to the doings part as soon as we crossed that beings part. So I'm so grateful to be a part of this journey. You all are beyond special. This is my first demo day, my first cohort, so I'm really grateful to be here, and thank you guys for everything. So you're gonna wanna keep up with Building Tulsa Techstars. You're gonna wanna keep up with these founders. Click the URL code, and follow us for many, many updates. Before we get started, I gotta talk about our partner. Now, partners are important, but there's a partner, right? Everybody uses this word ecosystem. It's very overused, and it's not necessarily executed the way that people use it. But here in Tulsa, it actually is, and I'm so grateful. I would love for Des to come up from Building Tulsa. They are the blood, the veins. They make sure all this moves. We're so grateful for y'all. So give it up for Des, just to say a little bit about Building Tulsa. Come on, Des.
All right, good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? All right, this is such a beautiful room, and there's so much energy in this room tonight. As Devon said, my name is Desiree Freisen, and I'm the Director of Programming with Building Tulsa. And Building Tulsa, as Devon was talking about, ecosystem building. And so we are one of the ecosystem partners for the Building Tulsa Techstars Accelerator. But I just want to tell you really quickly what Building Tulsa is. So we actually just celebrated our 4-year anniversary this past Monday on June 2nd. And we are a nonprofit organization local to Tulsa that exists to close the racial wealth gap through tech, innovation, and entrepreneurship. So what does that all mean, tech, innovation, and entrepreneurship? So we have a very bold mission when we say we're closing the racial wealth gap. We're doing that by providing founders like these amazing 11 founders that spent the last 13 weeks with us here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, access to capital, access to intellectual capital education, and mentorship as well. As you might know, or if you don't know, that overlooked and underestimated founders are oftentimes the least funded, but over-mentored. And so what we are and have accomplished in these last 4 years is to provide just that to our founders. More than just access, but opportunity for them to grow their businesses, to grow their networks, like everyone who's in this room tonight, to grow their partnerships and their potential to become, as Devon just said, one of those billion-dollar money makers one day. But all that exists because of you all, this community. We have the support of the George Kaiser Family Foundation, as Devon mentioned, and because of their support and with the support of the Charles and Lynn Schusterman Family Foundation and others, we have been able to support over 150 entrepreneurs in our ecosystem in the last 4 years. All right? And mainly, most of that's been in the last 2.5 to 3 years. We're in our 6th cohort of the Techstars program. So we've been at this for a while. And so these amazing 11 joined that 150-plus network of entrepreneurs that have also been provided over $13 million in capital to do just what I said, provide access and opportunity for their businesses. And they have gone on to return $28 million of that capital over the last few years. And they have been able to, they have also been able to implement 269 jobs in and outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So we got makers coming out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I just want to say congratulations to these 11 amazing companies. I cannot wait to see what you do. We are here to support you, and I hope everyone in this room tonight has the opportunity to help not only invest your time as you're giving us tonight into these companies, but invest a network, give them a warm introduction, a connection, an investor, a potential pilot or a partner, or just a hello and welcome to Tulsa, Oklahoma. We hope you stay and continue to build with us. Thank you all. Enjoy your night.
All right, now, before we get to the demo part, most of you know, founders know, there's a serious side to me and there's an unserious side to me. So we're gonna start with the unserious first. We want y'all to know a little bit about the founders, their personalities, who they are to us. So we created awards for you all. that will be given out before you pitch. So the first set of awards will be co-led by Alyssa, the CEO of Harmonious. Y'all give it up for Alyssa. All right, so you got your popcorn? You guys ready? Okay, the first.
I have a microphone though.
Oh yeah, the first award will go to. Thank you. All right, guys, here we go. Okay, so the founder most likely to acquire customers in any and every circumstance, including a zombie apocalypse, goes to
The Queen of Conversation, or the Conversation Queen Award, goes to Ray Easterly.
Ray. Come up and get this award. Come on, sit right here. Oh, get him. Get him.
Oh,
Y'all give it up for Ray. Y'all give it up for Ray. This is fun for me. This one's good for me. Okay. All right, the founder, here we go. Y'all ready? The founder most likely to use a dating app for customer acquisition and marketing platform to push their mental health tech goes to
the Swipe Right Strategist Award goes to Pablo Martinez.
Come on up here, my boy.
It works though.
Get in the middle. Get in the middle. He said it works though. It does. He's very successful. Okay, here we go. We got 2 more awards, then we'll get into some seriousness. Let's continue with the unseriousness. The founder, most likely to receive global recognition, but would be totally and completely unbothered by the spotlight, goes to
Eugenie Addison, the Famous and Unfazed Award.
Let's go, Eugenie.
Oh, I messed up. I'm so sorry. I knew that.
All right. Fun for me. And the founder, most likely to have every single supply needed, every nourishment hack, and the vehicle to help all of us escape the zombie apocalypse.
The Prepared Pioneer Award goes to Dr. Rebecca Caesar.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. What would Tulsa have looked like? I know we're all asking ourselves this question. What would Tulsa have looked like had it not had a tragedy 104 years ago, right? I think it looks like this. So we're not going to get into the pitches. What I want everyone to know is that everyone in here is an investor. So I want you to think like an investor, right? Whether you have financial capital, network capital, social capital, executive function capital, we all have capital that we can use to uplift these founders and invest in these founders. So, y'all ready? I say y'all ready? Yeah. All right, let's get it started.
Well, maybe not all of you, but me and my team, because I experienced a major problem. In 2017, I found myself stranded on a busy highway waiting 5 hours for AAA to bring me a gallon of gas. I let my brother use my car the night before, and in true big brother fashion, he did not fill it up, and I didn't check the gauge. I sat there thinking to myself, I wish somebody, anybody, would bring me a gallon of gas. And the light bulb went off. It's actually me. That's the picture from the day on the highway. And I spent the next 5 years working at Uber, DoorDash, Instacart, Postmate, and even AAA, learning the gig market and roadside space inside and out. And them was born. THYIM stands for They Help You in Minutes. It's on-demand help with everyday simple tasks, indoors, outdoors, and on the roadside in 15 minutes or less. You call them customers, but we call them pins, people in need of service. They download our app, they place a request for anywhere from a jump start to having trash taken out or having a mouse removed. And a helper within a 15-minute radius is notified, accepts, and they both rate each other with hugs. Speaking of help, how many of you have ever been stranded on the roadside, needed someone to help you move a box, or you wanted to burn your house down because a spider was in there taking it over? I'm glad to know that it's not just me. So our business model is simple. We're B2C, fee for service. We take 50% for each request, and it's about a $30 average spend. AAA, you're gonna wait, and you need a membership. Angie, Thumbtack, and TaskRabbit are not on demand. They do not offer the same simple services we offer. You need quotes or appointments, and our helpers are background verified. 192 million adults already use gig market and roadside spaces. Them will capture 10% of this market in 5 years, 76 million requests, because our consumer base already exists. They already know and they trust the space that we are entering. So without capital, we have checked all the boxes: PMF, demand, traction, celebrity usage, and we secured a partnership with Family Promise of Tulsa. So we're raising $1.5 million to onboard more helpers and to expand. We have already secured 30% of our raise, and we're taking meetings now to close our round by the end of June. I'm Arm Easterly, by the way. I'm founder and CEO. Please scan the QR codes now and download the Them app, because the next time any of you or anyone you know needs help, it may be me or one of these lovely helpers that shows up and assists in 15 minutes or less, 24/7. Thank you.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this.
It's funny that Devon gave that intro about me and that specific award, because I was actually on a date the other day. But before, as I'm getting ready for the day, I hit my friend up, and I'm like, what's the point of dating? This ain't gonna work out. I already stalked her Instagram. We don't even be into the same things. Her friends look annoying. Like, what are we doing? And my friend asked me such a simple question. He said, did you just make up that story in your head? And I said, well, first of all, don't come at me like that. But two, you know my favorite exercise is jumping to conclusions. So yes, I do create stories in my head, but I know that I'm not alone. The sad thing, though, is that whenever we do jump to conclusions, it's never a happy ending. I'll give you the data to prove it. In fact, 80% of all of our thoughts as humans are negative. And these negative thoughts, 95% of them are repetitive. So on a daily basis, we're stuck in this endless loop or replay of self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and maybe something even deeper. Now, current solutions, they're inaccessible, stigmatized, or maybe too costly for us to access. So that's why we created Plural. The insights that you get from them are profound, but the UI is very simple and intuitive. You just vent about whatever you're experiencing, you click one button, and we use AI to help you identify the limiting beliefs that you're holding on to about yourself. So for me, fortune telling. I'm always trying to predict the future, and in these future scenarios, I always think about these worst case outcomes. Now, there are probably thousands of thoughts running through your mind as far as the consumer use cases, but we see the huge opportunity from a B2B perspective. In fact, I'll give you some examples of our traction and some of the partnerships that we have coming up. One is with Siena College. Now, their biggest challenge amongst all of colleges and universities, they don't have enough staff at their counseling centers to meet the demand when it comes to students in need of mental health. So in this fall, we're launching a pilot program with 10% of their students, which will open up access to about 3,000 students. We also have a handful of other colleges and universities that we will be running this with. Now, on the other end, we're also being integrated to benefits platforms like Gusto, very close to closing. This will give us the opportunity to tap into a group of 300,000 different organizations that don't have, they already use Gusto for payroll, but don't have the same level of access and funding to support scalable mental health. Now, getting into some of these partnerships are really difficult, but the biggest challenge, no matter what employer you are, is utilization. Utilization rates are abysmal at every organization. That's why we started not just pitching to these B2B organizations, but we created a product that people actually love using. This stat should blow your mind. On average, per session, people use Plural for about an hour. This is double the amount of time that people use Instagram on a daily basis. So people aren't going here just to take a breathing exercise, just to take a meditation class. People are coming here to actively learn about themselves. So we're really focused on our target audience from a B2B perspective. Although the opportunity is massive, it could literally be everybody. But for now, we're focused on organizations that are about 50 to 500 employees within the US, specifically tech companies, and just with this, we can get $1 billion outcome. We're raising $1 million to scale what's already working and turn these B2B partnerships into proven acquisition channels. We're gonna deploy this capital mostly in engineering and product to launch some of these premium features, because most of this is text-based, but pretty soon you'll be able to call Plural and have that whole conversation back and forth. Now, why now? Well, all this talk about AI, and Harvard Business Review just did a study that said the #1 use case for AI in 2025, it's not productivity, it's not making your work more efficient, it's actually therapy and companionship. This is how people are using AI today. Your friends, your family, your colleagues, but are they using a tool that's validated by clinicians that they're using for an average amount of time or an hour? Questions you should ask. If they're not, I recommend pointing them to Plural. I'm the founder and CEO of Plural, Pabel Martinez, and Plural is a place where the W may be silent, but you no longer have to be. Thank you.
Sunbeams dance, no clean and open space. In every breath, a gritty, bitter taste. A silent thief, our future going to waste. The Ganga weeps, a sacred flute.
Hi everyone, my name is Eugenie Addison. I am the CEO and founder of Sensi.me. So my dad passed away from having chronic bronchitis. And it is due to the poor indoor air quality that was found in his workplace. Today, I am celebrating his 16th anniversary since he passed away. I'm standing here to let you know we need to stop this. And that's what led me to do a postdoctoral research about airborne diseases. So we got our first breakthrough when we were able to solve one of our customers who had, from Cancun, Mexico, they had guests that died from carbon dioxide gas poisoning. We were so happy we were able to solve this issue for them. And from this, that's how we generated $1 million in revenue, where 100% is through referral. We have 4,000 customers without no sales team. And we work with major brands like Marriott Hotel, St. Joseph Hospital. And right now, we have 20,000 active orders from major hotels across the US and the Caribbean. So our estimated revenue will be $2 million. And since the last 2 years, we have had a 0% on our churn rate. So we're not only selling units, we're actually building a $20 billion company. There are approximately 100 million rooms in hospitals and hotels worldwide. So we're focusing on the 40 million rooms that are in the hospital and hotel worldwide. So our estimated revenue can be $60 million. So that's why we built the world's smartest indoor air quality monitor named Pathogenics.ai. We use nanotechnology with biosensors that early detect type A influenza virus, Legionella bacteria, formaldehyde, and gases such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. What we do is that we move this polluted air to cleaner air, and we collect these data that is monetized. So we sell our units for just $100. So far, we have 400 users that pay $50 per month, and every 3 months, we will change the filter for just under $15. So we have successfully received utility patents in 5 different countries that covers the architecture of the hardware and the AI software. So we are scaling through media and referral where we actually spend $0 on customer acquisition. And we were also invited to be on the QBC TV show. This aired over 1 million viewers. We also have 40 persons waiting on the launch of our mobile app. So we're looking to raise $3.5 million towards the secure contract we have for team expansion and the market execution for both our B2B and our B2C channel. So we measure success not by the amount of revenue we make, but really look on the impact we can provide for our customers. So let us help you breathe in a cleaner air. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'd like to start off by telling you about Maria's story. Maria is a 32-year-old single mother of 2 who works tirelessly as a customer service rep. She, like millions of employees, still struggles to find accessible care, not having time for endless call-outs, referrals, or providers who simply don't understand her needs. Here's the thing, Maria's story is not unique. 60% of patients in the US still receive and report some level of inadequate care, and it's costing employers $5 billion annually. What's even more staggering is that 30% of today's workforce still reports receiving some level of disproportionate and preventable health issue, and it's a care management nightmare. I'm Dr. Rebecca Caesar, founder and CEO of Tinted Health, and I bring to you 15 years of real-time leadership and operational experience. While working across health systems, I've watched patients, led clinical teams, and saw firsthand how the lack of trust, access, and cultural misunderstanding led to poor outcomes and destroyed businesses and providers alike. While other platforms focus on convenience, we focus on connection. We're working with patients to match them to culturally literate providers that we train to ask the right questions and build trust. We are the only platform that embeds cultural literacy within our framework to create a standard of care while actively practicing medicine. We provide 24/7 telehealth, real-time booking, seamless care coordination. Our platform is easy to use, easy to trust, and easy to scale. We are a B2B virtual health model that allows us to partner with employers with nothing extra. That means we are a low-cost solution providing a value-based care option. We have a massive target opportunity within this space. Products that are focused on health disparities will reach $12 billion over the next decade, and we're focused on servicing the 1.5 million users within a 5-year span to reach a target revenue opportunity of $65 million. Our traction has already proven that this can work. We've received market validation by over 1,000 users, and we have already secured a partnership with Chubb, which will allow us to unlock 17,000 users within the space. And we're launching with them this fall. This opportunity, launching with them in PA, will allow us to unlock $545K in ARR, and we're making waves in our recruitment strategy as well. We've hired 15 providers, and we have a pipeline of 45 to onboard and interview within Pennsylvania and Oklahoma. Here's the thing, Tinted Health is not just another tech platform. We are changing the way that healthcare is delivered. This will lead to healthier employees, reduced medical expense, and better workforce retention. My team is a powerhouse. We're built to execute. I have my Chief Commercial Officer, Nancy Sprav, who has over 20 years of operational and strategic leadership experience. My Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Nima Stevens, who brings 20 years of clinical excellence and was the former medical director for Cigna. And my Chief Technical Advisor, Lamar Diallo, who has over 10 years of technical and operational experience within telehealth. Not to mention, we've worked at places like Brigham and Women's Hospital, United Healthcare, Northwell Health, Emblem Health, and Matter Health. We're raising $1.5 million to build out our strategic platform, grow partnerships, and to unlock our capital to reach 50,000 users within the first 2 years. So I'm gonna leave you with this. If you're looking to get excited about a platform that is not just another healthcare tech platform, but a movement, join us in transforming healthcare one tint at a time.
My name is Brittany Brown, and I'm the program coordinator with Techstars Tulsa. And I'm Ashley Sims. I'm the managing director of Build in Tulsa. Thank you. Yes, yes, you are. I'm honored to stand next to you, ma'am. All right, so we have more awards, okay? This founder is most likely to survive an zombie apocalypse and keep the entire cohort alive. The cohort zombie survivalist MVP is Alexis Jennings. Congratulations. Like, oh, God. It's true. It might be. All right, friends. So the founder that is most likely to get an investor to write a check by simply gazing, staring deeply into their eyes. The Investor Hypnotist Award goes to Gabriel Zapata. Also, best curls. All righty. And the next founder is the founder to immediately follow up after an event of any kind, outperforming any CRM platform and doing so within 24 hours. The Inbox Zero Hero Award goes to Sabrina Lamb. You know it's true. Personally to be sure. Everybody in this room probably got an email. I'll collect your emails. Thank you. Oh, yay. Oh, it's so sweet. All right, so this founder is most likely to establish connections quickly for people, places, and kickbacks. The Social Architect Award goes to Ashley Yerby. All right, thank you very much.
Picture this. You're driving, hungry, maybe need a restroom, and everything nearby is either closed, packed, or sketchy. You're searching Yelp like you're Liam Neeson in Taken.
I will find you.
Now imagine you're a FedEx delivery driver. 250 stops, 10 hours to go, and one bad stop can throw off your entire route. And the plan? Plastic bottles and doggy bags, because there's nowhere reliable to go. So let me walk you through a shift. Not the part with the packages, but the part that nobody talks about. It's 11 a.m., I have to pee. First stop, closed.
That's 3 minutes.
Next stop, customers only. I didn't even want fries.
Another 5, no fries and no relief.
Third stop, the line's out the door. So I skip lunch and I speed up my route.
That's 12 more minutes. His route's already broken.
But this isn't just about minutes, it's about missed deliveries. Just 4 carriers drive nearly 500,000 routes every single day. 5 minutes lost, that's nearly $1 billion a year. Blocked parking, wrong turns, skipped meals, a death by 1,000 cuts. And it's the worst part is that it's always the last 20 stops where the profit lives that vanish first. So how do we fix it? My name is Gabriel Cepeda.
And I'm Alexis Jennings, and we're Humans Deliver. We help mobile workers stop smarter and help carriers protect the last mile margin. Our app Break Buddy gives drivers one-tap access to clean restrooms and food stops. For drivers, that's less stress, it's more time, more dignity, and more take-home pay. For carriers, it's not a perk, it's a profit safeguard. And it's gamified. All drivers have to do is tag and rate stops, and it makes every route smarter as they go.
So we charge $60 a month per route for carriers like FedEx. Remember those 500,000 routes? That's nearly $385 million in ARR. Beyond that, there's another 1.5 million planned mobility routes out there. And we monetize both sides. Drivers get deals, restaurants pay to reach them, carriers save up to $4 for every $1 spent. So it's not just SaaS, it's infrastructure.
We tested our MVP on WhatsApp, and it worked because all drivers came back for more. What happens here is we're in pilot negotiations for $3.5 million in routes, one of them being with FedEx. And after interviewing hundreds of drivers, we realized that each of them lose 15 to 30 minutes a day on failed breaks. Gabriel and I are the team to build this, with John included. John has ran $100 million P&Ls, and I myself have led grassroots campaigns across the country. But Gabriel has delivered over 3,000 packages in his car alone.
So other tools optimize for packages, we optimize for people. Maps miss context, routing ignores breaks, internal tools, they just don't scale. Break Buddy is different. We crowdsource friction and turn it into behavioral data that nobody else has. And with that, we're building the world's first geospatial layer for breaks, one that gets smarter with every tap. We don't just know where the bathroom is, we know when to stop, where to stop, and how to finish your route seamlessly.
That's right. One of our inspirations is a Lyft driver here from Tulsa, a native, a mom of 2 with Crohn's disease. She skips meals to avoid flare-ups, and she holds it in because there's nowhere for her to go. She also has already had surgery due to this condition. That's not a logistics problem, it's a human one.
So really important to remember, in the name of efficiency, we've erased the human. At Humans Deliver, we're putting them back at the center. For every gift, every meal, every loved one brought to someone's door, we must remember the humans that deliver.
Because we're Humans Deliver, but we're just getting started. Thank you.
From Nairobi, Kenya, to Harlem, and now to Tulsa, I have witnessed this news. Meet my great-grandparents, Jesse and Woodrow Ingram. And like millions across history, they had soul power, but they also dreamed of having lasting wealth power. But were denied the opportunity. I'm Sabrina Lamb, the CEO of Wakeza. Wakeza, after decades of teaching global financial education, Wakeza provides the financial solutions that communities across Africa, the Caribbean, and right here in historic Greenwood never received. I must also join in your commemoration of the 104th anniversary that's being commemorated with Greenwood. So despite generations of aspirations, Tulsa and the United States stands as the epicenter for this growing, widening wealth gap. Oklahoma, 51st in the country when it comes to financial education. United States, 17th in the world. Economic lights are off. And this trend, this gap, is pulsating like a drum across Africa and the Caribbean. Just imagine how that could impact and does impact over 1 billion people emotionally, financially, generationally. So the solution is Wekeza, which means save and invest in Swahili. Wekeza is the Duolingo of money, making financial education simple and investing simple, accessible for not only African diaspora families, but schools and financial institutions. Wekeza is already working, and what we're most proud of is the 85% report in financial confidence. Well, what does that mean? It's like a buzzword. That they feel that they can now avoid being victimized by so-called legal financial scams. So our 4 revenue streams are already working. Very proud of that. Traction, I can't believe, after 13 weeks, the Wekeza app is live, everybody! On both app stores. All right, so please download the app. I'm gonna remind you 10 more times. And we have a renewed partnership with MasterCard. Very proud of the school partnerships we're starting here in Tulsa, as well as our first hire is here in Tulsa. But also with our relationships that we have, a contract rather that we have serving 1,900 schools across the United States. But phase 2, which is right around the corner, we're gonna saunter across the Caribbean so that we can teach 1.5 million children. So the road ahead, yes, we have a vision for the future, but it's based upon listening to our customers and their needs. But here are some of the services that we're thinking about offering. So our team consists of my amazing co-founder, who's sitting right here, Keith Willis, as well as Ambassador Doley, who was the first African-American to purchase a seat on the New York Stock Exchange, and Raghu Iyer, who is the co-founder of the Singapore Mercantile Exchange. We're raising $1 million in pre-seed. And yes, we do have an SPV with Harmonious, so you can see myself and my co-founder, Keith Willis. But we're using that, we're gonna leverage that $1 million to unlock the $19 trillion of combined spending power that our customers across the 3 continents have. So just scan me, take your phones out, and then scan right there, and let's talk. Thank you so much. Download the app.
How many of you in here love to travel? All right, all right. Now imagine this. You land in New Orleans. It's a little early, so you can't check in just yet. But the city is buzzing. And you are now stuck dragging your luggage through the French Quarter, marking yourself as a tourist. The next day, you've done a little shopping, you've had a beignet, and now you're ready to go to the House of Blues for a concert, but your bag will only kill the vibe. There's over 400 million leisure travelers annually in the US, and they all have the same pain point: what to do with their stuff. We're fixing that with Secure the Bags, a tech-enabled storage solution that allows users to store their belongings while on the go. We started by partnering with music venues and parks, and we installed 5 towers right here in Tulsa, giving guests a peace of mind and partners a new revenue stream. I'm Ashley Irby, and I created Secure the Bags because I saw firsthand, after managing over 400 short-term rentals, how luggage storage was a huge pain point. So I started Secure the Bags in Austin, Texas, in a cleaning closet, giving guests curbside service. That is now a tech-enabled, scalable business that fills a real gap, not just in travel, but in everyday life. My favorite slide. We're moving away from the traditional model that our competitors use, which is renting out space in existing businesses. With them, your luggage could end up under a desk in a barbershop, like my bag did right here. With them, security and service are inconsistent at best. With us, security and experience are top of mind. We've got an amazing partnership with our manufacturer that keeps our costs low and our margins high. We have no upfront costs for our hardware and no costs associated with the delivery, installation, and maintenance of our hardware. We're set to open our flagship location in New Orleans next month. Thank you, thank you. This is not a place for you to just store your luggage. It's a thoughtfully designed space for you to rest, recharge, and reconnect. We expect to earn $30 to $45 per person, and that's not just on luggage storage, but on add-ons on things like amenity access, amenity purchases, lounge access, and curated local recommendations. The luggage storage and travel convenience market is a $15 billion industry, and it's only getting bigger. In New Orleans alone, there's over 3 million short-term rental travelers, and every major city that you see on here has the exact same pain point, and we're here to meet the demand. So when it comes to marketing, we're going to target the short-term rental travelers through their hosts and their property managers. We'll also be targeting festival goers and the 1.2 million cruise ship passengers through geo-targeted ads. On the B2B side, the pitch is simple. Turn your unused space into revenue. And those B2B spaces are places like the House of Blues or any other kind of music venues. So while in Techstars, we've hit every goal we've set for ourselves. We've proved out that the retail model is necessary by partnering with the local tourism board in New Orleans. We've doubled, or actually tripled, our B2B footprint with expansion into Florida and Louisiana. And keeping along the lines of a seamless user experience, we have now launched our Android application, as well as created an account management feature inside of the app. So it's really simple. The video didn't start where it was supposed to, but it'll loop back through. Secure the Bags is here to help you stop schlepping your bags around town. No more storing the vinyl that you've bought at the show or the t-shirt in your hand for hours on end. We're simply here to help you store your stuff when you need it, where you need it. None of this is possible without my amazing team. My strategic advisor, he's been with me for the past 3 years, and we have done a lot of amazing things. But I also couldn't have done this without the Techstars mentors. The mentorship network here has helped me grow and exceed due to their knowledge and their insight. So we're building the future of travel, and it starts right now. So if you want to be a part of this journey, please scan the QR code and learn how you can help me secure the bags and unlock the journey. Thank you.
Quiet on the set. Roll sound. Action.
Hello, my name is Leticia Calvillo, and I am the program manager with Techstars Tulsa.
And hello, everyone. I'm Christina Wadley, Associate Director of Programs for OCAST, the Oklahoma Center for the Advancement of Science and Technology.
And we have 3 more awards, so let's get started. Thank you. The first award goes to the founder most likely to still be functional and execute without flaws after pulling back-to-back all-nighters.
The Endurance Executive Award goes to Ariman.
I just took a nap, so.
Next award, founder to most likely travel to Area 51 with no security clearance if there was the possibility to grow his business or get a check.
The Martian Market Maker Award goes to George Suarez.
All right, last but not least, founder most likely to keep a smile on their face and be optimistic even during a zombie apocalypse.
The Silver Lining Specialist Award goes to Clint Rogers.
Good evening, Tulsa. Oh, I'm so sorry. See, when I get more sleep, I become really loud. So I was told to make sure to sleep before coming on here. That's what I did. So let's get right to it. What if I told you that high school is actually breaking students, not building them? The long projects, the hard classes, the pressure to build an extracurricular portfolio, and not to mention the stress to go to a good college. It's like the list never ends. We read this and saw the impact, and it was staggering. So it shouldn't be a surprise when I tell you that 79% of students feel constant stress and feel overwhelmed by their workload. 63% find their curriculum non-engaging and non-relevant to their career goals. And over 82% of students lack access to any sort of academic support, including tutoring or anything remotely closely to that outside of their high school. We knew we had to change the system. We knew we had to build something. That's why we built Altier Academy, the world's first and only edtech platform that uses AI to build personalized and customized course curriculums for high school students, earning them college credit. Our mission is simple but powerful. We offer accelerated progress to high school students who want to graduate early from college. Also, for high school students who wish to experience a college-level class while still in high school. But we didn't want to stop at just building a platform. We're proud to announce that we're the first and only edtech company to be licensed and registered in all 50 US states to deploy our AI model courses, which means that we're not only catering to students nationwide, but also international students who wish to come to the US to pursue higher education. We asked ourselves, what are high schoolers looking from college? We picked the top 4 most popular outcomes that high schoolers want out of college, whether it's study abroad to gain a new perspective, a 3-year graduation to save time and money, where high schoolers going to private universities can save up to $75,000 a year from a private university and $40,000 a year from a public university, or whether it be a higher GPA to boost their chances at a top-tier grad school, or double majoring to double down on multiple career interests. At Altier, you're not locked into just one, but can potentially unlock all 4 of these outcomes. So we work in a pretty surprisingly simple model. It's a 4-step model where first, a student logs onto our platform, takes a 10 to 15 question aptitude test. Our AI then learns and understands the strengths and weaknesses of that student, and then designs and delivers the course in real time to the student. Once the student takes the course, he or she is eligible to apply for college credit. And the opportunity is massive. America currently has over 17 million high school students. And there are over 20 million high school students worldwide who speak English as a first or second language, which is why we're moving fast and thinking big. By the end of the year, we hope to have 40 to 50,000 students as active users on our platform that would help us generate a 20 to 25 million revenue. Our vision aligns with our motto. We generate revenue through student subscriptions, and we hope to have a premium add-on as well as partner with schools. Our circular flow model would help us reduce our customer acquisition cost year over year. What started off as an idea at the end of 2024 turned into a company in January 2025. Today, we have over 45 kids in beta testing to help us refine and fine-tune our AI model. By the end of the year, we hope to have a concrete roadmap to go global so that international students can start using our platform. Let's be honest, the world around us has changed in decades, but the way we teach students haven't. It's time to revolutionize higher education, and we're starting it with students who need it the most. So join me, Aryaman, at Altier Academy to reshape higher education, one class at a time.
Hello, everyone. My name is George Suarez, and I'm the CEO of Customer Base, where we've changed the way that marketers and sellers think, operate, and execute going to market. So I'm going to start with an example that's going to help illustrate some of the problems that are happening in the space and the disruption, and how we're similarly doing that in the go-to-market space to help marketing and sales leaders execute better today. So if you're in this room, you've probably tried, built, or invested in someone that's built a software solution. You need 3 things to do that. Not only do you need money, you need the right people to build that technology. And sometimes from idea to product actually being in the user's hands, it takes anywhere from 3 months to 12 to a year. Well, if you've been keeping up with the development space over the last couple of months, there's been some serious disruption. Now, today, you can write with simple English. You can literally code will code itself. Cursor, Lovable, Riplet. They've done some amazing, amazing things. People who are in the engineering teams can now essentially 10x productivity. People who have never written a line of code, entrepreneurs, can now release a prototype in days. Freaking crazy. And without having to spend any money, which always sounds great to investors, right? Well, the problem is, let's now go to market. Companies today usually have a minimum budget of $25,000 to buy data. And usually one data provider doesn't give you all the data that you need. So you tend to spend, a lot of money on 6 to 8 data providers, and you usually have a big sales team and a big marketing team. Nowadays, this marketing and sales solutions have become more complex, where you have to hire an engineer or an agency. And no one wants to pay more money, right? And usually, to set up these complex systems, it takes at least 3 months to even iterate and test. By the time the sales leader is actually able to perform their hypothesis, it's already been 6 months. They're probably out of a job. And if you keep repeating this cycle, the company no longer exists. Today, I'd like to announce Vibe Go-to-Market. Just like you guys saw in the examples of engineering, now any sales leader can act like a go-to-market engineer without having any technical experience. In plain English, write exactly what they need, get the research, segment their markets and insights, and point of views that the reps can actually execute. This is the actual platform. So this is the superpowers that now marketing and sales leaders have. In simple English, they can write anything that they need. They're no longer getting your basic, all one-size-fits-all filters. They can build a completely designed, personalized database that's designed for their company to have success, and run any experiments that they need to ensure that the most revenue is coming to their organization. Once they're completed, once they're done, we essentially push out a database that's literally personalized to them, get any data that they need in a way that they can chop it and slice it as best as possible to ensure their reps bring in revenue. None of this would be possible without this amazing team. We have a lot of experts in go-to-market, but we also have some amazing co-founding engineers. Well, with the technologies nowadays, you're probably thinking, well, why can't we throw a bunch of money at your competitors? And why can't this be built overnight? Well, there's been 13 years of research and development that's gone into this. We acquired a company that spent a decade literally sitting behind thousands of enterprise account executives, studying their every single movement to understand the psychology of how that research actually impacts revenue. So, good luck. And what's freaking crazy is we were in closed beta last year. Everyone says that custom software wasn't possible. We actually made it happen, and we're launching it today. And we're onboarding our customers tomorrow. But I'd like to thank the Tulsa community. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You guys invested in me when no one else believed in me. And not only was I able to dream a lot bigger than I thought, I was able to build a business that a lot of people can receive value today. But I also grew as a human, and for that, I appreciate you. I've built a lot of character. To be honest, I probably would have been in this stage today. Stage fright, I would have choked like 30 times. And today, after 2 years, I can say I can finally do it without it. So I'd like to thank Build in Tulsa, I2E, Act House, and Devon and the Techstars teams for believing in me. Thank you.
Good evening, Tulsa. What if small businesses could have the same marketing power available to Fortune 500 companies? What if marketing was accessible, affordable, and designed specifically to fuel their growth? Years ago, I launched a company with passion, heart, $100,000 spent on the product, but it failed. Why? No marketing that worked. We were the world's best kept secret. Do any of you know someone like that? A founder, a product, a service that was amazing that doesn't exist today? Yes, we're not alone because they didn't have great marketing. I want to let you know there's thousands of companies. They're in the same uphill battle, and that's why we built Creativo. Creativo gives one person the power of an entire marketing department. That's why a small service provider in New York City is saving 80% on their marketing costs while getting a better ROI. And that's why we're growing quickly. Now let me introduce to you Lumio, our trademarked mascot, who in collaboration with the University of Tulsa was born and raised right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, helping that brand connection and that emotional connection with our AI agent. Now, Lumio is going to help us reach this massive market to be able to launch and reach 200,000 small businesses and mid-sized businesses to build into a $1.4 billion serviceable market right here in the United States. Now, Lumio helps as a 24/7 marketer, handling the execution to the actual strategy to the execution, handling the website, the landing pages, and also the SEO, handling the content, the graphics, the videos, and the copy that converts, handling the brand awareness and the social media content on autopilot. Now, what's wrong with this picture? We left TikTok hanging. Anybody like TikTok in the house? We don't know if TikTok's gonna make it, but as long as they're here, guess what? We want to use TikTok to reach people. So I want to let you know that the ad creatives, the media buying, the ad management is all handled by Creativo, that budget management at scale. Hey, they say the fortune's in the follow-up. Creativo also handles the comms. Now, here's the magic. With just one touch, one tap, a few minutes a week in Creativo, someone can have the power of an entire marketing department. Now, here's our powerhouse team, myself with 2 decades in sales and marketing, our CTO with over a decade building Creativo from the ground up. Yes, we have mentors. We've got advisors from Google and Microsoft and Amazon and amazing companies. But the star of the show is Lumio, our chief AI officer, who makes millions of marketing decisions a second, and he doesn't even break a sweat. Here's what happens when your marketing works. We reach profitability. Somebody say, we reached profitability. Right here during Techstars. Last month, we crossed over 50,000 in monthly reoccurring revenue, and right now, our current pipeline, we're on our way to cross over 100,000 in monthly reoccurring revenue. But yeah, come on, somebody. Hey, all here during Techstars. Now, the challenge of our success is that right now I'm in 10 to 15 sales meetings a day, and I'm the bottleneck. That's the problem. We've proven that right now the market works. The market wants what we've got. We've proven right now in this moment that we have the pipeline. But that's why we need to raise $1.2 million to, number one, hire a sales team, hire additional help, hire additional support so that we can accelerate our growth. Also hiring additional developers to be able to product advancement for our roadmap, speed to market, all of this, and in addition to use paid channels to accelerate into our $50 million a year business within 4 years. Now, we're building right here in Tulsa. This is where my family, where we're based. We are based right here, building the next billion-dollar company right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, over the next few years, we'll be hiring dozens of good jobs right here in Oklahoma in this city. Now, we've started with Harmonious at SPV right here. You can scan the code right here and jump in tonight if you'd like to invest in Creativo and join us in helping businesses grow around the world and reshaping marketing together. I'm Clint Rogers, CEO and founder of Creativo. Thank you.
Y'all give it up one more time for these amazing founders. I'm not telling you to invest. I'm saying it's possible tonight. I'm not saying that. When it takes, the term "it takes a village" is a deeply powerful statement. It's something that's also said often, but in this moment, I want to recognize the village. I want to recognize my village, my wife Danielle and Sage. Thank you guys so much. And for everyone that is a part of these Founders Village, whether it's parents, best friends, supporters, I want y'all to stand up right now. Y'all deserve a huge round of applause. Stand up, stand up. There you go. There you go. Can't be done without y'all, man. These founders put in an incredible amount of sacrifice, and they went all in. I'm so grateful for you guys for doing that. That means everything, and if you know something about me, I emote through R&B, so I was playing Boyz II Men, End of the Road, yesterday, and belting in the middle of the office because that's who I am. But it's not the end of the road, guys. It's just the beginning. That's right. We got money to make. We got money to take. Responsibly, compliantly, correct. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being our village, to all of our partners, to all of our sponsors. We are beyond grateful for this moment. We're beyond grateful for this district. We're beyond grateful for this city. We're beyond grateful for this state. And we're gonna keep things going. So this is over, the night's not over. I need the founders, I need the sponsors and our partners to come up. Let's take a group photo. Everybody, it's time to mingle, get some popcorn. Founders are gonna be by their stations. Y'all talk to them. I'm not saying invest, I'm just saying it's possible. Thank y'all so much.